right, I am in the movie theater and I'm gonna watch Smile. I've heard some good things about it. Uh, I thought the trailers were pretty creepy. I don't know really what to expect, honestly. I feel like it is that sort of like, I don't know how big the budget is, but it is that sort of like mainstream horror, like jump scare type of movie, I feel. But, not bad reviews. And it's been a great year for horror already. So I'm pretty excited to check this one out. I watch a lot of movies at home, but the best way, theater, that is just chef's kiss. That is the best way to watch a movie. I mean, look at this screen, dude. It's massive. This screen is like bigger than my house. Like, it's insane. So, just got out of the theater, seeing Smile. What did I think about it? The first thing I think is that if you have a problem with animals being killed in horror movies or movies in general, that's a trigger warning. That's probably a make or break on whether or not you see it. But my overall thoughts on this movie it's pretty good. It's well shot. I think the shots look really great. I think that the sound, the music, and the way that the scenes sound, I think great. Do that, like, that's really well done. I think the acting, for the most part, is pretty good. I mean, I think our lead, I'm not sure what her name was. Her character's name was Rose. I'm not aware of the actress's name. I should have looked it up before this, but I don't know. It's 2 a.m. I kind of just want to do this and then go home. She was really great. She was great in this movie. I thought that there's her fiance in the movie who, if you've seen The Boys, he plays A-Train. Again, I am not familiar with his name. He was all right. He was fine. He was all right. He's not terrible. He's not awful by any means. I just don't know if his performance worked for me. I think the character as a whole is sort of your generic, I don't believe you character in a horror movie. And there's a lot of tropes like that, but we'll get into that section. I thought one thing this movie, I thought I saw something. That's how you know you've seen a good horror movie, is because you'll think you're seeing things and you're looking around and you're a little scared. Not just because you're in a dark parking lot at 2 a.m. and you don't know who's around. I thought this movie did something really interesting. I thought it was a great blend between your sort of conventional jump scare horror. There were a lot of jump scares in this movie. There are tons of them. I didn't hate them, but there are lots of them. And if you don't like jump scares, this might bother you. I don't like jump scares. It really didn't bother me. It kind of kept me scared, if that makes sense. Like, the jump scares kept me afraid. Like, I think that's just a testament to it building tension really well. I think that's essentially what it is. It's like, with the shots and the sound, I think it built up tension like really well, and then that in turn made the jump scares feel worth it. There's some that don't, but whatever. But I thought this movie was a great blend between conventional horror with jump scares and with a very familiar story that borrows from plenty of other movies, especially It Follows with the plot, and also, for lack of a better term, elevated horror, or like that sort of more artsy form that like has that underlying message and has some twists and turns that audiences may or may not like. Personally, I was a fan. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was a fan. And I just thought, overall, that's a great concept. And I think that's a great first movie for this director. I think it's an interesting concept for them to do something that is conventional and different at the same time. And that's how I felt about it. Something that is really good and kind of generic, where it's inviting enough that you'll want to watch it, and surprising enough that you will come out being really happy with what you've seen. It's not the best horror movie of 2022, although that is a high bar. I mean, recently we got Pearl and Barbarian, And we've also had The Black Phone this year. And Nope was pretty good. That was a decent movie. Do X was this year. I mean, how are you supposed to compare to that? And then thrillers like Watcher and Fresh. I mean, how do you compare to these things? Overall, I thought this was a really good movie. I thought this was really good. Now, I'm probably feeling like a 7 out of 10 is what I'm thinking here. But yeah, really good movie. If you want to know what I thought about other horror movies that came out this year, Letterboxd is in the description. And you can follow me there. I do a lot of different reviews on there. This is my first time like filming one of them. I was like, you know, I see a lot of movies. I want to talk about it. And I can just ramble on forever. But my phone storage says, no, you can't. So subscribe and like and do all that great stuff. And let me know what you thought of this movie. And if you have anything to add, because I missed so much in this little thing, review, reaction. Go to the movies.